Hi Sneak Peekers, my name is Caroline and I'm here with the cast and crew of The Cramps, a period piece. Nice to meet you all. Congratulations on your film. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Brooke H. Cellars. I'm the writer, director, and editor of The Cramps, a period piece.
I'm Lauren Kitchen. I play the lead Agnes Applewhite in The Cramps, a period piece.
And I'm Levi Porter, the cinematographer for Cramps, the period piece.
It's nice to meet you. There are so many amazing practical effects in this movie. Would you like to talk about some of the challenges that you faced in the overall process of dealing with those?
I'm not sure if we had any kind of special like challenges or anything like that, but we wanted to make sure the practical effects were kind of very practical as possible, very organic and kind of 1950s practical effects from the Blob, and just be very primal and not very too perfect. I didn't want anything too perfect, and our special effects team definitely made that happen with creating the creature and the blood, and I always have to have glitter in my blood, and I wanted this to be very prominently sparkly, and she was, and we named her Susie. So, and it was inspired by the Blob and the Tingler, the way it's crawling, one of my favorite movies. So yeah, that was our Hannah and our special effects team were amazing. They knocked it out of the park. So
that's so awesome. I feel like the topic of menstruation is still taboo in modern society. What inspired you to create a film centered around it?
Well, my own experiences of having endometriosis for over 20 years, and I never really got to live my life because I was always in pain. I couldn't talk about it in my very conservative, traditional family. I couldn't talk about periods to my mother or my sister or anything like that. So I just kind of lived in pain for most of my adult life until I was in my mid-30s. When I finally got diagnosed, it took a lot of doctors to diagnose me, and even after my first surgery, it still got worse to where I ended up having a hysterectomy and an appendectomy at the same time because the endometriosis had spread all over. So that was and during that time, that's when I finally got into filmmaking, and then when we are finally making our first feature film, I knew what story I wanted to tell because it was what I was still going through. And I think it's very important to talk about it and not have other people with uteruses going through the same thing, not say anything, not be outspoken about it, and not suffer in silence.
Yes, capitalizing on the family dynamics, I really noticed this whole expectation of women when they're going through stuff like this. Is that something you wanted to highlight?
Yes, I think it's a crime that women feel such shame about something they were born with and they have no control over it. Your body is betraying you, and then also people are making you feel shameful about it, something you have no control over, and they're not even helping you, and it's something that's considered normal to have, and being in that much pain is not normal. So, and that should be a right for everybody, and they should do more research on women's health so nobody has to go through that anymore.
And I really loved a lot of the visuals and the imagery. What inspired you to choose a time period specifically, and what went behind the process of deciding what visuals and what sources you were referencing from?
Well, that was definitely a huge collaboration with Levi. We made a bunch of short films together, and always had inspirational references to where the world we're recreating is very intentional. When we made our short film Violet Butterfield, which was right before the Cramps, we the script that we were writing, it felt very mid-century, kind of the movies that I love to watch that capture my attention are very colorful, technicolor, dreamlike, and I wanted to create that, and that's the first time Levi convinced me to shoot on film, which I was very nervous about. So we shot Violet Butterfield on 16 millimeter, and the characters, the dialogue, the way it was a stage play was all intentional to create a 1960s the way they shot movies, but also a world all its own. So there was no timestamp in it to where it's it's 1968 and all these things have to like make sense. Like it's just a world in all its own. So we wanted to bring that into a larger scale, and like a lot of our inspirations were the same, like Peeping Tom and like those like very some of the other ones that were like
all the Giallo films.
yes, all the Giallo films, Mario Bava, like Blood and Black Lace, and like what was it? The Eye of the Cat. That's a really good one too. Like I took a lot of editing references from that. Like I forgot about that. That's a good one. I love cats.
And what was like a favorite scene to film or act in for both of y'all?
Ooh, there's this one bathroom scene where it sounds weird, but like, I'm coming out of a bathroom stall and I'm in pain and I'm sliding down the tile wall, and we had to practice it a couple times, but the camera follows me down, and I think it's just like one of the most beautiful shots ever. And it was fun navigating the intimate bathroom shots. Like it's just cool to see how everything fits, the lights and then the big camera. Another one, I love all the dolly shots. Like there's one where I'm walking through the salon and the camera's following me. Anything like that. So fun. So beautiful.
And what message do you want, specifically people who deal with things like this, to take away from this movie?
I really want them to make sure they know they're not alone. They know that it's okay to say whatever they want about like what's happening to them, and they should not be ashamed of anything that's happening with their body at all, ever. Say whatever you want, tell people what's going on, make sure somebody's going to help you, because it's not normal to be in pain, and you like it's okay. Like you're not alone, and you don't need to suffer in silence. Like you have a right to take care of yourself.
What was a favorite moment backstage between the crew and the cast that you really enjoyed while working on this set?
You go first.
We both go, it's not that kind of movie. It's a little inside joke where we say things that kind of come out sounding wrong. And
Yeah, the things that we say would come out sounded kind of dirty, like the way we were making the movie. Like, that's
well,
not that
we
kind
all,
of movie.
You know, a lot of bathroom scenes, like tampons, the conversation can start to, go a certain way. But like, no, it's not that kind of movie. Yeah.
Being able to say period after any sentence.
Period.
Yes. Was that your favorite?
Oh, that's hard to say. There were so many moments.
The puns. So many puns.
The puns were good.
Yeah.
The puns were fun.
Susie, naming the creature.
Oh yes, I remember the like so many.
Oh, and Luna.
All the death
scenes.
The death scenes were really fun.
But yeah, the cat. Working
Oh yeah,
having
Luna,
a cat
the like unmistakable
star.
cat, like just that loved the hot lights, because we had the hard lighting.
Tungsten lighting.
Yeah, so it was like,
And that
just
cat would not
yeah.
leave. She liked that heat. So we had the cat in it was very like just on set kind of thing. That's my favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
The on set happenings, like Jeff Pearson got in drag.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's the one like sleeping in the beauty salon chair, and that wasn't in the script. We had that on set. We're like, we need somebody else.
He was learning to walk in
like
heels
yes,
on set.
that was my favorite,
Yeah.
and just having sleeping on set like. And he said his drag name is Amy Zing, like
Amy Zing.
Zing. Yes, you got an emphasis on this because he sleeps. But yeah,
Yeah,
those are my
Zing.
favorite. Those moments are magic for me.
So
What
much fun.
advice would you give to someone who wants to create a film themselves and doesn't know where to start with that process?
Use whatever you have and do it. I think there's a lot of holdbacks of like, I need a certain amount of money, I need a certain camera, I need like this person to be this character, I need all this stuff. There's zero excuses not to make a movie. Our first short film, I shot in my house. I made everybody spaghetti. I bought one wig, and like we basically had a crew of 5 people, and like it's one of my favorite short films. We shot it at my house in 8 hours, and like we just did everything ourselves. And like the people that are in it, it's like my husband and his 2 sisters who are not actors at all. And that film that we just made, like just so raw and like just a passion project of like, let's see what we got. And it was so well received, and it's still one of my favorite movies today that we've made, and like the way we made it too. So,
Do you think it was a challenge to balance satire with some more throbbing moments, or was that pretty easy for you to manage?
Yeah, definitely, and I like to make I like to make light of things that are like, you know, dark, so they kind of come out a little more cathartic in a way, just like healing. So like I don't really want my my movies to be like totally scary. I want them to be like a very like a warm place, like a hug, but like in a horror movie, like a lot of things that are unexpected. So like mixing those kind of things, like it's very like our world and like what kind of vibe we like to give in the film. Like I hope that answers the question.
Yeah. And for like camera stuff, what like specifically inspired some of the shots in this movie? Were there any influences?
Good. So it was again just like watching tons of movies from the 50s and 60s, reading a lot of books about how to make movies that were written back then. So it was like trying to avoid trends of today and like acting as if I was trying to learn how to do things if I was born in like 1940 and was like coming up and making films in the 50s and 60s. And lots of the Giallo films and Peeping Tom was a huge reference point. It's like paying attention to all the blocking and the way that it feels kind of like a stage play. There's always a fourth wall that the camera is filming from, and making sure you have dolly moves that feel kind of stunted, like kind of limited by how big the camera would have been if it was made back then. So,
And this is why I work with
What was like one of the favorite outfits that were in the film? Or, like, whose did you like the most? Because there's so many good ones, especially the wigs.
My favorite outfits are Teddy's. Like those, I couldn't wait to like dress her up and like choose like just the gloves and the hat and the church lady. I love that fashion, like and just like the pastels and the pink wig and just I couldn't wait to like dive into that. Those are my favorites for sure.
Mine were Vinyl and Tangerinas. The villains, they looked so, for being evil, they looked so good. The villains, yeah, fashion. Yeah.
And for one of the final questions, how did you get your start in your industry? And for fellow UT students, what would you recommend to get them into a position where you are now?
Just adding on to what I was saying before, like you just have to do the work. If you are intentionally doing the work, not making excuses, being very honest, being honest, like if I find that you connect with audiences more and they want you, they it's inspiring to want to do more when you connect and not just make a movie just to make a movie. Like it's very different to just make a horror movie that's just, you know, a horror movie stabbing people for no reason, which I still love to watch too. But like when you have a connection and like be honest about, because everybody has a story to tell, like every human has a story, and it's the way, like what you want to tell and how you want to tell it, and just use what you have. I feel like that's more, those kind of filmmakers inspire me more than Hollywood does. Like the indie filmmakers that just take what they have and they make it. Like I'm so inspired by the people that have no excuse and they just do it. So that's my advice.
Thank you guys so much for the interview. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
so much, and congratulations on your film.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to check out more videos, you can check them out here.